Okay, I'm going to move now up to the pine tree area and not follow down into the area where I saw the wild pig, because they live here, and that's where they feed. And just imagine, I don't know why I'm laughing, just imagine you're sitting in a restaurant eating, and a wild pig comes into the restaurant and disturbs everyone, because of course everyone would panic, unless it's a person who has experience with nature and these animals. And so it's the same thing in reverse. The wild pig I can see fresh areas where they're digging to find food, and then this human comes wandering into their natural restaurant, making a video. And this is their home, this is where they live. So this is the same thing, what you see here, that I showed you down at the park area. It's all dug up. They're searching here for roots and maybe truffles or whatever under the ground. But the area here has been a lot of cutting. Wow, look at that. Look at that, it's beautiful, that tree there. I love pine trees. The structure. So apart from when the airplanes go over, it's not just the silence. There's something. It's not a silence of sound. It's some other kind of this ancient. Yeah, ancient. It's like funny how it's strange how humans disturb that. The ancient world, it's billions of years old, existing on its own. We humans are the intruders into that world. All this they've cut artificially, and then they make the marks now they're going to take them down. It's all money, you know. They all have to. This is supposed to be belonging to the so-called state on behalf of the inhabitants, and it's just they just control it, because that's how they can justify saying, well, okay, we're going to take more trees down. It's just a way of controlling the resources, saying, okay, we protect this for everyone. There's a lot, as you see everywhere. These have all been cut. Yeah. It's getting dark. The sun's going to go down at some point. I'll just make my way back. This is a lot for. I didn't intend doing this much. I just get carried away here. Plus the battery's going down fast, but this has turned out to be quite the adventure. Yeah. Don't walk in straight lines when you go into the wilds. You don't walk in straight lines. It doesn't work. yeah, have to watch because all the trees they've cut across makes it difficult to walk. But yeah, I was saying all of this is nature. Just it exists without us. The forests take care of themselves. It's self-creation. It's amazing that all through the winter they survive. They're surviving through the winter, and it's been pretty cold this year. But yeah, look how well the plants do. They're in coexistence, but I'm not sure. This is, you see, I don't know if this is going to be present in the video, but I do want to find a way to have that presence. And that is the intense, even though of course I'm not going to be able to capture this with this. The planes are so loud because the heavy cloud cover, so the cloud cover is forcing the sound down to bounce off the lower atmosphere down onto the earth. But I'll go over here. But you can feel it's not just the silence. God, they're so loud. They're just all flying around today. It's the intensity. Silence, yeah, you could say that word. Oh, God. You could use that word, but I can feel that this energy in my body, even when the noisy planes are going overhead, bouncing their mechanical sounds. Wow. It's a lot of digging. Maybe people are coming up here searching for truffles. Don't know. But yeah, it's the... What the hell is that? Got some weird stuff going on here. People leaving trail markers. Yeah, all the animals and the trees and the plants, they live inside this vibrational intensity of that when we come into the wild we can actually feel. Well, I sure can feel it. It's so powerful and it's so ancient. But I don't see any structures. I'm going to start looking for these structures. Seriously. Oh, am I back there? Oh, that's funny you said that. I'm back here again. It's funny how you can return somewhere without knowing what you're doing or without knowing where you're walking. You just end up... I just did a round trip and I wasn't... because I'm making the video and talking, I'm not observing really in any intense way where I'm going. And yet I ended up back here talking about structures. But putting the jokes aside, I'm going to start looking for this stuff, because one of the things I thought is these guys out mostly in America, and they're finding all this stuff, these complex structures inside the forest, not like this. And I thought, well, if I look for them and I don't find them, that sort of proves in reverse that it's real, because people try to say, oh well, they just fall like that, it's just natural on the natural trees. Oh wow, look at that. I wonder if I can get that. That's amazing. A lot of strange things are happening. Oh, that's fun. Where is it? Man, I can see it. Where is it? See, they're taking off here, so I can't get it. Where is it? Man, it was so bright down at the lower part of the horizon. It was so bright. Looked really cool. Difficult to catch. They're moving so fast. I just love getting airplanes on camera. Yeah, oh God. Man, that's really cool. This is so unusual. You don't often get this opportunity to catch those lights. Oh, it's just going exactly in line of the tree. Don't do that. Oh no, it's gone into cloud. Well, I'm not going to get it. Never mind. So I got distracted there. What I was thinking is that if I can't find any structures, that would kind of prove in the negative that there's something real taking place there, because if the trees are falling like that, I'll almost feel myself. If the trees are falling like that, you see, now that intensity is gone. I'm coming to the edge. I'm going back to the human part, the paths and all that stuff. And that intensity that was charging in my body has gone. It's just kind of peaceful, but it was like a pressure, like a like if you imagine if you go to deep water, it was almost like that. So that's gone anyway. So I was thinking, well, if I can't find any of that stuff, if I look for it and I can't find it in similar type forests, then the same thing, if it's just happening, the trees are just falling like that, then it's going to happen anywhere in the world. The trees are just going to fall like that and make those structures. So if I cannot find them, then that shows that it's not just some natural occurrence falling. The trees just falling on each other, that some mysterious phenomenon is happening where something is building it or making it happen. I hope that makes sense. Kind of backwards logic maybe, but it makes sense to me. I think I know what I mean. Might not be able to make it. Walking backwards is also interesting. It's difficult. Don't do this. Don't copy me. But walking backwards is interesting. It gives you a totally different perspective on reality. If you walk backwards. See? It's different than walking forwards. Anyway, yeah, signing out.